This is a quick review of the Janome J3-18. It's a nice basic machine. You can see on the front here you've got a stitch selector to choose which type of stitches you might want to use. This is the length control, so you can adjust how long the stitches are on each stitch. Reverse button, it's got 18 different stitches, a 4-step buttonhole. This is your thread tension control device here. This is where you put your thread, so you can use 2 spools of thread to do twin needle sewing. This is where you wind the bobbin. On the side here you'll see you've got an on and off switch which controls the power to the motor and foot control, but also to the light also. This bit here comes off to give you a free arm, and in there is your bobbin and bobbin case. With the machine, you'll receive, as standard with the machine, you'll receive a stitch ripper for cutting any stitches away, a buttonhole foot, 3 bobbins, a pack of needles and a small screwdriver. Also the foot control, instruction book and warranty information, and also a soft cover. So starting from the beginning, to thread the machine up and wind the bobbin, these bits come up here to hold the thread. Place the thread on the top of the machine, go around the pre-tensioner, place the bobbin onto the machine, wrap it around the bobbin a few times, engage the bobbin winder, disengage the needle, and wind the bobbin. Disengage the bobbin, engage the needle again, place the bobbin into the bobbin case, pull the thread into the little notch, and then carefully underneath the spring for the tension on the bobbin case. Place it back into the machine and push till it clicks. Wind in the bobbin, to thread the machine up, place the thread into the first thread guide, down the front of the machine, back up, find the take-up lever, back down, behind one thread guide and another. To use the needle threader, place the needle in the highest position, place the thread underneath the hook, push forward, pull back, and a loop of thread is created at the back of the needle. Okay, so to thread the top thread, place the thread on the top of the machine, bring the thread into the first thread guide, down and around, bring the take-up lever to the highest position, into there, behind another thread guide, and then another one just above the needle. lower the foot, place the needle in the highest position if you're going to use the needle threader, place the thread under the hook on the needle threader, come around in front of the needle, and it will pull a small loop of thread through the back of the eye. Turn the hand wheel to bring the bobbin thread up. And then place both threads underneath the foot. You can close this door then. And that's it, ready to sew. There's a neat little thread cutter on the side of the machine. So choose your stitch on the front of the machine. Stitch A is straight stitch, and sew. To change your stitch, just simply choose another letter on the front. So that's now zigzag. If you wanted to make the stitch shorter, you've got a length control here. And you can also make the zigzag wider. Stitch D would be a 3-step zigzag, and so on. 18 different stitches to choose from. If you wanted to select any of the orange stitches on the right hand side, if you, for example, wanted this orange stitch, it's still under category G, but you would need to change the length to SS, which stands for stretch stitch. So now we would be doing this one and not this one. Stitch H, the orange one, overcasting stitch. And then back to normal straight stitch, we would turn the length control back to a normal number and click this back round to stitch A. Reverse. In our opinion, this machine is capable of light to medium weight fabrics, possibly even light to medium weight curtains. Perhaps not capable of any very thick stuff or leather, but it's certainly a very, very well made machine for its price. Janome offer a huge range of accessories for their machines. Their accessories are broken into 3 categories. Category A is for front-loading or oscillating machines. That's any machine that uses a metal bobbin case like this. Then there's Category B. Category B machines are a top-loading machine like this one, where the bobbin goes in at the top. Then there's Category C, which are memory craft machines. The difference with the memory craft machines is that their accessories fit a little bit higher. So that's the memory craft machines. Most of the Janome feet snap on using this clever little system. So you press the button in the back, the foot pops off, and then you line up the foot, lower the lever, and the foot attaches. Some of the feet screw on. So anything like a walking foot or a darning foot would be screwed on. So to do that, you remove the ankle, usually easiest if you can to put the screw back on a few turns at this point. Then attach the walking foot. The walking foot is to try and stop slippage between layers of fabric. Particularly useful when quilting or working on long lengths such as curtains, etc. It's quite important to ensure that the lever here on the foot goes above the needle bar screw. What you can see here is that the teeth here and here are actually pushing down on the fabric and feeding the material backwards. So you have drive with the feed dogs underneath the fabric and drive with the teeth on the top on the walking foot. So that's the walking foot. The darning foot attaches in a similar way. So it's quite important with this one to ensure that this bar here goes above the needle bar screw. The next thing with the darning foot is to drop the feed dogs. Most machines have a little switch on the back or on the front of the machine. Draw the thread through the foot. And then you're ready to free machine embroider. So the idea is that as the needle's approaching the fabric, this foot here presses down on the fabric, stopping it from moving. The needle then penetrates the fabric. As the needle's rising back out of the fabric, this bar here pushes up against this bar here and raises the foot off the fabric, allowing the fabric to move again.